Canelo Alvarez says that Deontay Wilder could have won the fight if he would have had better conditioning with stamina and better head movement. Let's talk about it in this video. King Jr. got another video for y'all. So Canelo Alvarez stated and also said, I believe yesterday, he stated, somebody asked him a question about Deontay Wilder, how the fight had played out for him. Canelo Alvarez says that if Deontay Wilder would have utilized more head movement and had a better strength and conditioning, which wanted to maximize his stamina, he could have beaten Tyson Fury. I think Canelo Alvarez is absolutely right. Deontay Wilder conditioning was a little bit off, some. Well, his equilibrium was thrown off, with the shots Fury was throwing in the back of the head, illegal shots, you want to say. And I don't know if that really affected his stamina in a way, and Deontay Wilder was all over the place. I always seen Deontay Wilder have great stamina, but maybe the weight that Deontay Wilder was carrying didn't, the stamina, just didn't hold up for him, and, he had a lot of muscle he put on as well. And, the more muscle you put on, the more oxygen it's going to take out of you. So Deontay Wilder had a lot of muscle, and that was the reason for the stamina drain. And Deontay Wilder was getting gas in the third round, and he started using less head movement. And Deontay Wilder in the fight was moving his head. He just was running out of gas, and he just couldn't keep doing that. And Canelo Alvarez also stated that it's hard to continue to move your head when your gas tank is on low in the fight, and it's very hard to do. And he says Deontay Wilder needs a good strength and conditioning coach, and I like the strength and conditioning coach Deontay Wilder has, and I think that this strength and conditioning coach is going to maximize Deontay Wilder at his best performance. People want to see Deontay Wilder take that WBA route and win the title there. I would like to see him do it. I believe that he'll have to beat Daniel Dubois, Trevor Bryant, Robert Helenius, But Trevor Bryant said he'll immediately give Deontay Wilder a shot, and that's great news. And Deontay Wilder can be put back in the mix for fighting for the championship. And, that would be a huge fight, Deontay Wilder versus Daniel Dubois in the UK. Mega fight, Trevor Bryant versus Deontay Wilder. That would be a pretty big fight, because Trevor Bryant, this would be his first biggest payday of his career. He just came off a reasonable win against Deontay Wilder, former opponent he beat the first time, then knocked him out the second time within Bermane Stiverne. I can't wait to see Deontay Wilder next move. He's hoping that Deontay Wilder calls for him and get the fight. Obviously, Deontay Wilder doesn't back down somebody calling him out. So I'm assuming Deontay Wilder might have some bigger plans than Trevor Bryant. But if Deontay Wilder takes the Trevor Bryant fight, he'll put him right back in the mix for a championship. And he can even take the IBF route to fight Charles Martin. So Deontay Wilder has a lot of options in boxing right now. He's number 5 in the WBA. He's number 1 in the WBC, and he can claim 2 belts if he wants to. Well, all Zane usually has all 3 major sanctioned body belts, and and Tyson Fury has 1. And some people even say Tyson Fury might fight Dylan White and retire. I give Tyson Fury 2 more fights, 2 more fights tops. Top Rank might do a fight-by-fight basis with Tyson Fury, fight Dylan White, fight Alexander Usyk for undisputed. And I think Tyson Fury might retire from there on there. And it puts a lot of guys back in the mix for all those belts again. And, it's going to be interesting how this heavyweight division is going to be. But Canelo Alvarez stated that Deontay Wilder, if he just would have used head movement and focus on working more his stamina, he could have had a different outcome in the fight with Tyson Fury. I think that's absolutely right. I think it would have been a great outcome if Deontay Wilder would have maximized his stamina a little bit more. I felt like Deontay Wilder should have came in at 220 pounds, because Deontay Wilder would have had the chance to use his lateral movement and get away from Tyson Fury Well, hopefully, when we see Deontay Wilder in his next fight, he won't be so heavy at 240 pounds because that's the heaviest he has ever been. I hope he just don't put on that much muscle. I hope he just drops the muscle and go back to 220 pounds and just knock these guys out from out of nowhere. And I just can't wait to see what's next for Deontay Wilder. But Canelo Alvarez was spot on right about it. But with that being said, it is what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This is your boy King Jr. I'm out of here. Peace.